stand finish as Brunt gets up brilliantly to win that. Burton answer with the foul certainly wasn't. That was great work by him, and there is the final whistle, and Wrexham have got an away win, and frankly, in the circumstances, excellent away win. On paper, you might argue that Burton are a side we should be beating, but the truth of the matter is that they are fighters, and in these conditions, Andy, they really put up a hell of a battle.
Well, we spoke about set pieces maybe being the difference, and it certainly was that. Wrexham really key with them, majority of them on the money, asking a lot of questions. Burton the only one really at the back end of the game that was the in-swinger on Howard, but you find a way, and when you're down there things go against you, but when you're up there hopefully things go for you, and it certainly has done today. Wrexham probably the better team for 65 minutes until the goal, and then Burton certainly had nothing to lose, so come into the game a little bit more, start throwing bodies, a bit of caution to the wind, and get certain chances, but didn't really ask a lot of questions of Howard. But Wrexham defended resolutely, and just epitomised by the header at the end by Brunt there. Big ball into the back, and he's up about a second earlier than the opponent, and he's just hanging there ready to head it away. And you walk away with 3 points on the bus, and a brilliant 3 points, and it takes you to 40 points.
Yeah, absolutely. No relegation this year. I don't. This
sounds good, yes. But I think Wycombe may have drawn as well, so that's us level with them.
Oh, excellent. Well,
on points.
The Wrexham players are taking the applause of their fans. That was a battle and a half in a howling gale, horrible conditions to play football in. Wrexham had to roll their sleeves up. It wasn't a day for pretty football by any stretch of the imagination, but they did that in front of an excellent support. Elliot Lee with the only goal, in direct from a corner, swerving it in from the left-hand side. Crocombe had to make a save from a O'Connor free kick in midfield, which caught the wind and nearly went in. And then Crocombe also made the most remarkable double save to deny Fletcher and Mullin, both of whom it seemed had to score. The Burton team are getting good applause. They put up a good fight here, and to be fair, I mean, the Wrexham's back three all deserve a hell of a lot of praise, because they've had to deal with a lot of difficult balls in.
It's another clean sheet though, isn't it? 12 in the last, 19 games now. That's insane numbers, that. But they have held firm, and that is what foundations this team is built on. It only takes one goal to nick one, and they certainly did that today. Should have been out of sight though. The double chance, the double save by Crocombe. Mullin should have scored. Fletcher will be disappointed not to score, because he gave the keeper no chance. The keeper wasn't even looking at the ball, and it just saves it with part of his body somehow. And fair play to those boys. They have worked hard. Burton worked hard, but again, Wrexham coming out on top with another 1-0. Love a 1-0 at the moment, but who cares?
As well, I mean, maybe you could argue Rathbone and Cannon's sort of game, battling for it. James, again, you still see moments of quality from him, even when the conditions are difficult. And Palmer up front, I thought it was admirable the way he fought until Fletcher replaced him. And then Fletcher, of course, put on his skills symposium, didn't he? It was magnificent by him.
That's right. It was never going to be a beautiful game, and it certainly wasn't that. But you have to win. You have to, if you want to get out of this league, if you want to do well in this league, you have to win against a team that are struggling. Even though they have picked up in the last 4 or 5 games, you've still got to try and get over that line. And I think the fans just sucked that one in with the wind into that end. It
was a perfect delivery, wasn't it?
It was.
Over the keeper, hit the far post. Nothing that they could do about it, really, with the wind causing those problems. Mark Howard again, coming in and doing a good job. Another clean sheet for him. A couple of awkward balls in the air, which he dealt with very comfortably. And an excellent 3 points for Wrexham.
But you played percentages in this game, play with the wind, ask questions like the O'Connor free kick. He set it out wider than the corner flag, and it's just drifted, and it makes the keeper make a save. And I felt that Burton didn't do that with the away swingers that they put in both ends. And then on just the last one, it dipped at the back post, and I think it was O'Connell that kneed it away. It's a really difficult one to deal with, and really Wrexham have only had to deal with a few. whereas Wrexham put Burton under a lot more pressure from those important set pieces.
Well, as you pointed out in commentary, I guess they play in the percentages, so we were putting all these in-swingers in. Burton didn't until the very end, and it caused us a problem. And at the very end, they could have nicked the points as well. Straha drilling the ball in, just took a nick off Cleworth. That was an added time, and then the corner from that was the one we're talking about. But it's a sort of never mind the quality, feel the points day, isn't it?
100%. And I feel 3 points are going back on that bus, back up to North Wales to the wet and windy conditions up there.
Yeah, exactly. Which reminds me, you can join me tomorrow when I've driven all the way down to Barry. Oh man, yeah. For the women's game, which will be interesting. Cup quarter-final, of course. But anyway,
but it's interesting to see that Parkinson's out already. There is nothing that you can say to the players in that changing rooms bar. Pat on the back, well done, 3 points.
Yeah.
Erase it from the memory, the football game, the pitch, and we'll just get on to the next one.
Exactly. So great stuff for Wrexham. 3 points on the road, and the promotion push continues. Thanks very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure despite the temperatures and the journeys. But big win for Wrexham with the final score of Burton Albion 0, Wrexham 1, with Mark Griffiths and Andy Morrell.